Got it.
We're doing it. We're happening.
Awesome.
This is happening.
All right. All right. Awesome. Awesome.
And just so everybody knows, we are not real. Okay. Just want you to really understand we are purely built machine, robot, AI configurations of who we actually are. Just so you know. So,
they have. Did you see the video? So there's like an AI like video solution now where like it looks like I'm looking at like a big screen right now, and it will have the AI solution will make it look like I'm always staring at the camera. So it looks like I'm always making eye contact with everyone. Like this. So it will manipulate.
You mean if I do this with my eyes, it makes my eyes actually do that, goes to the camera?
So like right now it's an awkward position because my camera is a little bit higher than the screen, right? So even though I'm looking directly at, like I'm looking at you, the AI solution will make it look like I'm doing this 100% of the time.
Oh, because I'm looking at you on your screen and not in you in the camera. But I see. So I'm looking while I'm looking at you and being very animated, like it takes my eyeballs and
It'll
shifts
show
them
like eye
over
contact.
here.
Yeah.
I mean, that's so lazy. Come on. Why can't we just look into the camera and just be energetic? And I see you right here to the side of my side eye right here. And I mean, I could still communicate right here.
Right.
Even though when I'm an active listener, it is kind of weird to like stare into the camera while
you're listening. Yeah, 100%. Because you want to like actually look. Yeah, right. And that's so there's a video of like Alex Hormozy talking about how he's using AI to help replace his team, and I think he's actually removing a lot of the human elements to what he's doing. Maybe it'll be more efficient, maybe not. It'll be interesting. I think you lose some quality when you do it. But what happened is they're doing it where he makes like a personalized video for like a prospect, and they put himself like in a darker room so it doesn't actually show the lip movements, but it will make it look like he's moving and is animated. But if you actually look at his lips talking, it will be it won't look natural. Like have you ever seen on like these short form like Instagram reels where like Joe Rogan's talking about a product or something, but then you look at his lips and it's totally fake? It's like that whole concept, but for sales prospecting.
Interesting. So like there being like almost like a personalized AI version, deep fake of you as an individual, customized response to this person. If he's silhouetted, you don't see his mouth, right? That's kind of like the idea.
Well, you would see his mouth. It just doesn't look natural. Like it looks weird. But yes.
Hey there, Bob.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. It's like that orange, that would do the face, like
right.
Like just picture my lips that look like that.
Yeah.
That okay. It's interesting, I mean, there's something to be said about what AI is going to replace. And my friend Matt Wolf has an amazing website called futuretools.io, I think. And he's got all sorts of different AI platforms and tools listed.
Yeah.
And it's just amazing. You can you can create a whole website just by having cues, like build me a website for my, social media app. And this is the name of the app. And this is the mission of the app. And, have 5 testimonials on the homepage, have 5 features listed that highlight the benefit of the benefit. And also create 4 tabs at the top of the website. One for full feature list, one for blog, whatever. And it's like
every single
pricing page, and knock it out and do it. And isn't that incredible? Like
that's wild.
Yeah, I think this is. I mean, I think this is a smart way to go. Like I'm wanting I'm trying to have my team kind of say, I'm saying to them, let's keep thinking about and seeing where we could do that. I mean, if you know the platform Descript, right?
No.
Descript is cool because Descript, it can actually, it's AI for your voice. So you
Okay,
record
I think I've
something.
heard about this. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, go ahead.
you record something, and then you can have a copy put into, basically, like, let's use Chat GPT. You create a sales copy, and you type it into Descript, and
Okay.
Descript will do it in your voice. So you don't have to record the video audio; it's doing it in your voice. Okay,
Okay.
uh, and uh, and you can use, like, it's like using these AI platforms kind of together. This is what people now, of course, are doing. They're architecting. They're becoming these like architects of AI. So it's like how you use this one for this one as a productivity, to tool right
Right.
now. So
Right.
now everything, because AI is so prevalent, everything is about how do you work more efficient, right?
Right.
And how are you speeding up your time of implementation?
Yeah.
Like a blog article, which used to take a week and a half, can now take 33 seconds. You know what I mean?
Right. Right.
So it's a very interesting time. The one thing I will say is, it's almost like there's this bubble that feels like it may occur with
100%.
a content bubble. Like what I mean?
Yeah.
We're gonna be so overwhelmed with content, and it's
Yeah.
all gonna be AI written and driven, that where is the ability to still stand out? Where's the ability to still be the human individual that stands out, and people know that you're human and not a fake robot being,
Right.
Um,
I mean, there is a lot. I mean, there is a lot of people calling out like obviously created like blogs and articles that are AI created, right? Or
mhm.
ChatGPT created. But I think at the end of the day, that's why I've always doubled down on video, because when you're doing video, you can't replicate. Not yet.
No.
You will be able to, but
Yeah. Yeah.
not yet. But you can't really replicate that connection, being able to like instantly connect with someone, and then having them want to work or trust and like
Yeah.
you through that process. Like it's not going to happen that quickly.
100%. And this medium of content creation, it's much more, it's again, there's going to be this need to rise above all the points of contact
Yeah.
content that are coming out,
Yeah.
and we had the same sort of thing happen where there was the content bubble that was kind of going on before video even got popular, right? Because most people weren't using video yet to like do a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
But there was a time when you write a sales letter and push that out to a newsletter, and boom, you could make $100,000 in one promotion, right?
Right.
That's harder to do without this.
Right.
And obviously, maintenance marketing dictates that you need more content, and you need still sales letters, and you need copy. But at the same time, this medium where it's AI, it's going to be hard for AI to replace, I think, the human to human experience. Now, they say that AI will be able to replace human to human experience because AI is just a version of us, basically, So they're saying, well, no, there's going to be a future version of Casey that's AI, that's going to have a stutter. He's going to have a weird crooked smile. He's going to think weird things, and kind of that, it's all dictated by that person's brain and how they think. But I don't know. I mean, I think that's a far distant far into the future, not not too distant future, but like I think that you can't. I think this is going to be more needed than ever. Webinars, video, rising above the noise, still creating a connection with people, especially human connection, where it's like, all the mess. I feel like the mess is going to be so much more important now.
Yeah.
Like, because AI, it means there's more perfect. There means there's copy is more perfect. songs are more perfect, like whatever, like when things aren't, when we remove the mess of humanity, it almost feels like we're removing humanity itself. So it's
Right.
like I still feel that there's still a need to have a bit of mess, um
Yeah.
where like this
People want to
where
connect with other humans.
yeah,
That's
like
that's what COVID taught us. Like people
right.
want to connect. That's what they want. So
Yeah. I mean, people got, they got, I think that with everything online being also, potentially AI driven, um, the desire to go and meet people in person is going to be also, is obviously why we've come out of this bubble
right.
of the recession. I mean, of the pandemic,
Dynamic,
to
yeah.
where there's that desire, especially with how fatigued we are with coming online. However, I still think, like, you know because people are still working remote because it's so convenient.
If they're
um
working.
if they're working at all, right? I mean,
Right.
we could go into detail on that, but
A little more.
they're on the beach. What are those new articles talking about? Like, people like you don't tell your boss that you're working, on the in on some exotic beach. It's like
Oh yeah, yeah.
your camera's off for whatever reason. You're like, oh, I have a cold, so I'm just like turning the
Right.
camera off. But really, you're like,
You
you're in
you
Belize.
moved internationally
You're in
already.
Belize somewhere,
Yeah.
like enjoying everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think video is still going to be such an important medium, especially with all this content rolled out, coming out, as well. So
Totally.
yeah,
Totally.
I think kind of like a resurge, if you will.
But
So yeah.
I would say from like a video and webinar standpoint, I guess we can officially say that this is sponsored by Kued, your full in-house video and webinar digital marketing done for you
Mhm.
services. If you
Mhm.
want to say anything about that,
I
but
like that. That was a great way to. That's good.
the thing that I'm noticing with like AI is how much it's actually simplifying the process of like organizing your thoughts. People get so caught up in like the contents
Mhm.
of what they want to do, what they're going to say.
Yeah.
They get caught up in like creating emails. It's like very simple, small tasks. But if you can organize all that and have the job of 4 or 5 different people and just break that down, simplify like what you're doing. Then of course you actually have to know what you're talking about to make it effective, but it gives you the structure. Like it really buys yourself a few weeks at a time to just get it set up, get your thoughts organized, and actually give you an actual plan to execute on it. If you know how to use it, if you don't know what to ask it or how to use it or what it's capable of, I think that's kind of what most people
Mhm.
don't really understand now. Is like what its actual potential is from there. But
I think you're right. Again, it's about the cues, and also, it's about realizing that it's the conversation can be as intellectual as you need.
yeah,
Like, maybe it writes out, like, I asked it to write a terms of service for something, right? I was like,
okay,
okay, chat GPT, write me a terms of service. Here's the app name. um, Go ahead. uh, Oh no, I know what it was. It was an affiliate agreement,
okay,
and it wrote this like affiliate agreement for me. And I was like, "This is okay," but I said, "This is really one-sided." Chat GPT, can you make this to where, um, both affiliates, don't they're not obligated to hit a certain sales number, but yet and still they will be promoting each other. So I wrote this out because
okay,
the first time they did it, I was like, no, 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 this is too one-sided.
right,
And I
right.
was like, are they even gonna is it gonna know what I'm even talking about? I was like, can you make that language a bit more, broad, and to where it's beneficial for both parties?
Did it do
And
it?
so, and it said, sure, no problem. And then it wrote out a much longer version where it was like, both parties agree to promote each other. Um, there is no obligation. There is no like set number, or like, there's no penalty for not reaching this goal or whatever.
Okay,
like it
okay.
wrote it out really well
Totally
from a legal perspective. And I was like, okay, there we go. That's a good start.
What would that have taken you before? How, like, if you were to do that, I would assume you would go on Google, you would search, you would pull in templates. Like, how long would that
Yeah.
process take you without that?
I mean, I would have had to buy a template, first off, or contact my lawyer and then sorry, lawyers. Sorry, contract lawyers.
It's going to be rough for them.
This is
Yeah.
my dad. Sorry, Dad. Sorry,
Yeah.
Dad. Not for this particular thing, but yeah, no, you'd be spending, $350 to $350 an hour for a lawyer to draft up a 2 hour, 1 hour thing,
Right.
because they're going to be like, well, it's at least 1 hour, So yeah, I mean, I saved myself probably $350 to $500. I could have just found a template online too and added my own stuff into it. But I feel like the friction shouldn't be there as much anymore. And look at it as like you're talking to your lawyer. If you have any service that you need done, it's like, man, I was thinking about, like, I need to take this video, strip out the audio of the video, and then make this audio into, I need an audio engineer to basically make this audio into a really well, like a flowing story, right? For context, I had a table read for this show that we're trying to get made, all about adoption. And it was online, all Zoom table read, right? So it's like you have 23 people reading these characters. And what we want to do is make it into a podcast. Is kind of like a short term, one season sort of podcast out of this one pilot, basically. And we were like, all right, so we strip out the audio of the video, clip it together, add music, add like different like sound effects and things like that, something a sound engineer would have to do. Although I'm saying this, I'm curious if there's some sort of thing I could ask ChatGPT to do that could get me closer to that goal. Or if there's a product out there that would literally use AI to say, for me to say, do this, and then suddenly it'll do it. It'll take the ums and ahs out, like an editing software, an audio editing software, or even video editing software that will automatically take pauses out, remove certain, voices, possibly, if you're like, this voice, take this voice out, or this voice. Anyway, just thinking like, what's gonna take place of, what's going to take the place of people, what's going to take the place of services.
I think all the above. I think there is some software where you can plug it in. It will actually give you the video. You can get it or you just get the audio, get the audio transcribed. Like that. I know that stuff exists. So it would be, it's wild. It's wild.
Wow. Yeah.
It's crazy.
Well, I know Descript is a good one for doing some sort of editing. So people should check that out. People should definitely check out futuretools.io if you want to kind of jump in and learn more about what's going on with AI and how it can benefit you. Again, the early days, so you got to be kind of careful, but at the same time, start to see maybe processes where it can replicate some of the things you're doing. And as far as what we're doing with webinar services, we can get you in a better position faster because of these opportunities. Like it's like there's less friction to be had.
Right.
And it's again, as I already said, though, like AI can't take the place of a story. Like if you have a testimonial that you ever got, or a personal story of your life that applies to why you're serving people on a higher level, unfortunately, AI can't replicate that.
No.
They don't know that. they don't know memory. They don't know your your
Life
emotional state.
experiences.
Yeah, your experiences. They don't
Right.
know that.
Right.
You can all day long. You could use it to say, why someone should attend your workshop on high end makeup artistry, right?
Right.
But they're not going to know what other people's experiences have been.
Right.
You're only going to know that. And that's where AI really falls short. Stories, which webinars are still, at the video and webinars are, and this medium for sales is story driven. And the more you have to still have those stories to make sure that, that you're resonating with people on a human to human level. Again, if you create a presentation and you're using AI to create it and you lose the human to human connection because you're not telling your story, or you're not sharing a result that somebody else had, then you're not going to get a result in your sales and marketing. So, uh, AI isn't the solution for sales and marketing. It's not 100% the solution, because those things that I just mentioned can't be replaced, right?
No,
But
it gets you to where you want to go faster. It gets you from 0 to 1 faster, but it doesn't allow you to get the job done, right? Like you need to connect with people, and that's the whole thing that you're removing. Like people remember stories from hundreds of years ago, and people, I mean, you're playing the game of telephone. People forget details, but like, no, people aren't going to remember the top 3 reasons why you have to attend their workshop. You're totally right. You're totally right.
Yeah, AI is not going to replace mastery.
No.
And mastery comes from doing the thing that you're an expert at and helping people achieve results at the thing that you're an expert at, and
100%.
being able to talk to them and them saying, man, this is what I went through, and knowing the emotion that they had because they went through it.
Right.
You can't. AI is not going to be able to take and replace those very human layered things, like those. Yeah, that's the fundamental difference, I think.
That's the big takeaway today.
That's the big takeaway. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, I know we're at the 30 mark. I know you gotta jump, I gotta jump, but I'm happy we did this. This is great. It's a great weekly talk to kind of recap where we've been at this week. So yeah.
And hey, for those listening, you guys, if you're enjoying these streams, just let us know, so we don't feel like we're out in the on an island here, just talking to ourselves. Sometimes it feels like that. So let us know if this resonates with you, if you like hearing this, if you want us to do more, continue on with these sort of these weekly sessions, these queued up sessions, so to speak. And of course, if we post anything in here, we'll post probably a link to our weekly webinar that we do. And we'd love to see you there, chat with you. Real chat, not fake chat, but human to human chat.
Human to human.
Yes. And to see how we can help you in your business and chat with you on growing and scaling. So thanks again. And anything else, Henry?
That's it for me. Thank you so much, everyone.
All right, everybody. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.